going, guys? We're back in Forza Motorsport 6 and we're gonna do a drift build. It's been about a week since I've done a last one, and that was the Hyundai. So I'm gonna do a different one this time. We had the RB26 in that one actually, which was not the RB26. Oh, we did have the RB26 in the Hyundai. I remember that, and it was pretty sweet. It was pretty sweet, but this time I want to go, I would say, I guess, in this game, considering the S14 isn't in it, I'm going to have to say this is probably one of my favorite cars, if not favorite drift car. I said favorite drift car, by the way. Yeah, so that is, we're getting to it. I know I passed what you guys thought. That is, though, the R32 Skyline. I would have to say this is by far my favorite drift car if the S14 isn't in the game. If the S14 was in this game, that car would easily replace it, in my opinion. I really love the S14. But this one is basically the closest generation to that, and I love the classic JDM look it provides. Like, it's just so classic, especially in white. That's why I'm keeping this. I love it. I absolutely love it. All-wheel drive stock, unfortunately, so we're going to have to do a drivetrain swap, but that's no biggie. Some people say that it kind of...
1993 Nissan Skyline.
Shut up. Okay. Anyways, we know what it is. But like I was saying, a lot of people say transferring from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive feels really weird, and it's not really the same. They kind of say it's a little bit more heavy, and I've noticed that actually. I feel like when I do a drivetrain swap and I change the car from rear-wheel drive to all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive, it still feels a little bit heavy. Like, we only lose 300 pounds. That's not a lot, to be honest. But thankfully we can do some platform and handling upgrades, so we'll definitely shave at least a few more pounds, like a few hundred pounds, I mean. But let's get through this first. I like upgrading the platform and handling first before anything else. Like, obviously, I figure out what engine I'm going to use, and I figure out what drivetrain I'm going to use, and then I go to this. I don't start installing. Ooh, actually, holy, only 2,500 pounds with a full weight reduction. This is very light. This actually turned out well. But I guess I take back what I said. I have noticed, though, with certain cars, going from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive, it definitely feels very heavy, but I don't think this one will. 2,500 pounds is super light, so we're more than okay. But I can't wait to get this thing sliding. I've yet to slide it yet in this game, which is surprising. I can't believe that. Street tires will be perfect. Actually, what am I doing? I forgot. We have drags. Yeah, so I think I explained this, but I put drag tires on because they add a lot more grip. Obviously, like, they just add a lot more grip, especially when you're braking. It's hard to explain. Not a lot of people do it that way. A lot of people choose street tires, whatever. That's just my personal preference. We'll put 265s. It's not going to be it's not going to be too crazy in power, so I feel like that's good. And let's get some rims on this bad boy. All right. These look pretty cool. I like these. Get them a little bit bigger. 19 inches, 20. I feel like 20 inches are pretty good. So we'll do 20 on the front and rear. If they were 21s, I wouldn't, but I feel like 20s is a nice sweet spot. Oh, wait a second. Keep it off. I like this spoiler. I know obviously. Get the flywheel. Yeah, this is looking nice. Twin turboed, yes, of course. I feel sorry for the people that bought this car with no turbo. Like, what would you do with it? Like, I don't know, man. I don't think I would ever want a Skyline without it turbocharged. It wouldn't feel like a Skyline to me. But that's just me. And holy, this might have, yep, we're definitely gonna have to upgrade the turbos. 565, 612 is perfect, holy. That's useless. The intercooler. Yeah, too much added weight. Like I don't know if we need it. We don't need any more weight. I think we're good where we are. So that's basically all I'm gonna do. Car's upgraded. Now let's get right into the tuning and quickly tune this. This is basically tuned right in front of you. So I mean, obviously it could use some tweaking after this. So you guys are gonna have to do that. But we'll take a scratch at it. So I'm thinking the rears are gonna get heated up pretty fast. A bit. That's too much. Now camber. This is the fun part. This is where we get into the actual tuning of the drift cars. So yeah, I'm thinking 0.7, yep, and actually 0.2 to 0.6 is what I'm feeling, and we're gonna do something different this time. I'm gonna have the rear toe in, so the rear tires are wider apart, giving me extra stability. Obviously, with that, I'm gonna lose turn-in response, but I'm gonna use the front tires. Hopefully, my theory works out. I'm gonna make the front tires a bit closer together so that, actually, would that work? No, I don't think that's gonna work. I feel like we'll make the front tires a little bit more wide. So toe in brings the front tires closer together, so we'll do toe out. And then rears will do toe 0.5. So the rears are going to be closer together and the fronts are going to be wider. And because of that, since the rear tires are the ones that are going to be spinning, we want to make sure we have the most stability out of the front tires because all they're doing is moving left or right. That's my theory, so hopefully this works. I don't know if it will or not, but try something new, right? So with that, we're going to soften out the front. Like, we'll just stiffen it a little bit, but we're going to make sure the rear's obviously a lot more stiff for that extra stability. Same with the springs. Not too much though, but I feel like this is a nice amount. Lower the car. We'll lower the rear a little bit more. And stiffen it out a bit. We want to have the rear obviously just a little bit more stiff. Brake force. Here's the fun part. So we'll do 110 pressure. That's usually good. There we go. We're ready to go. So this is just a quick tune, and we're gonna take her out on a test drive and see how she does. Alrighty, guys. Here we are. Oh, she looks beautiful, man. Just beautiful. Gold rims on the white. Oh, absolutely classic. Woo! Listen to those twin turbos scream, man. Oh. And holy guys, I think my theory worked. I think it worked. I mean, it's doing pretty well so far. I know I only went through one turn, but I just feel like I have so much control. Wow. This is awesome. Holy. Like, oh my god. There is so much control right now. It is unreal. Like it's insane. I can't believe that. Everything just feels very smooth. And there's just the right amount of power. It's not too much, it's not too little. Like sometimes your cars have just a little bit too much power and you just feel like you lose control too much. Where other cars have just a little bit too little amount of power and you just feel like you don't have enough of a push to get through corners. But this one, man, is sweet. Holy. Like, oh, I'm having a great time right now. Music to our ears, actually. You guys are hearing it too. It is sweet. If I could hear this though in real life, man, that would be just way better. Like if I ever had the opportunity, oh man, like wow, this is like insane, guys. And the rears, like, it really helped that I stiffened out the rear because I'm not, like, fishtailing out of the turns. Like, it's stiff, so it stays kind of straight. I'm letting the fronts kind of go left and right. So, overall, a really, really, really great drift car. I'm in love with this car in general. Like I said, it's my favorite drift car in the game. If the S14 was in this game, I think that would possibly replace this, but, man. She's a beauty, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, comment, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to see some more. Thanks, guys. See ya.